Amy's chance to spend time alone with Sheldon had finally arrived. A pipe had burst in her apartment, and repairs would take 5 weeks. Penny invited her to stay at her place, and, using the experimental data ploy, convinced Sheldon to agree. And so a premarital cohabitation under the guise of science officially began. The first night of the experiment went straight into hell mode. Penny's apartment had only one bed, so the two lay side by side. A distance of half a galaxy separated them. But that was just the beginning. When Amy went to wash up, the sound of running water, the sound of brushing her teeth. Sounds that would seem perfectly ordinary to most people were like industrial noise to Sheldon. He was so startled that he changed spots on the bed several times, unable to find peace. And Amy? She discovered that Sheldon, who was usually as harmless as a baby, actually talked in his sleep constantly. The worst part was in the middle of the night. Amy was literally pushed off the bed and forced to make do on the floor for the rest of the night. Early the next morning, exhausted and at her wit's end, Amy vented to Penny. After just 12 hours with Sheldon, I'm ready to kill him. When Sheldon arrived, she even suggested calling off the living together experiment. Upon hearing this, Sheldon was extremely displeased. In his view, this was simply not a rigorous scientific approach. The two then erupted into an academic-level argument. If things had reached this point for most people, they would have certainly called off the experiment. However, instead of stopping, they decided to continue. Their reason? To prove who was right and who was wrong. Haha, one interesting couple.